Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. Dire team pick.
Lena.
Radiant team pick.
Welcome back, everybody, to game number 2 between Ninjas in Pyjamas and Team Empire. Ninjas in Pyjamas just dominated that game number 1, but as we saw from our first series, that doesn't necessarily give us the narrative for the rest of the series.
Yeah, I mean, in the previous, like in a lot of these series so far, especially in best of 3s, when you've got teams that are tier 1 or tier 1-ish, the game 1 really, I mean, obviously it helps, but if you can just kind of will yourself back into it and say, okay, address the problems that you made. That's the most important thing. It's like, our draft wasn't very good. We had a lot of individual mistakes. As long as we can shore those up, then I really feel like Empire can come back into this.
Right. Besides Silent, like, we have to address the fact that Silent was definitely a big problem. Besides Silent, what other problems do you think Team Empire made?
I don't even think Silent made some plays that obviously cost him a lot, but I think even in that scenario, what do you really do? Because if he goes bottom, then the Wisp just follows him, and it's a Bloodseeker plus like 2 mediocre supports against a Gyrocopter. And if you go top, then you've got a Wisp plus Axe that you have to contend with. So there's no real scenario where you walk into that you have favorable lanes. Because Earthshaker was going to do poorly no matter what. Bloodseeker was going to do poorly no matter what. The individual mistakes definitely played a role in how quickly the game ended, but I think that was just a simple outdraft more than anything.
Team Empire start off with what I think is a very strong opening. Gyrocopter and Earthshaker in response to the first pick, Lena, which Ninjas in Pyjamas will go for the Bane once again. Steel Kid's having a very fun series. But this does... Bane is a lot more fun if you're paired up with Lena. That's for sure. Whether this is going to be our support duo, or this is going to be a mid, either way, at least the Bane knows that he's setting up, you know, some actual action that he can be a part of.
Oh yeah, and we see the Storm Spirit banned out by NiP. I think that's a really good ban. Like, it's a hero that I think they struggle with playing against. So I like to see them take it out of the pool as soon as I can.
SF Storm Spirit trying to limit remaining. General's picks.
5 seconds remaining.
Lena does rather well versus both those heroes, but I guess...
Reserve time.
Gyrocopter and Earthshaker? Yeah, she's okay. But Gyrocopter is just such a strong hero.
Yeah. Like, I was about to say, out of all the mids, it seems pretty obvious that Queen of Pain's got to be the pickup for Team Empire.
I'm surprised that neither team values her as highly. Like, that's a hero that you typically see first 2 phase pretty quickly, too. And it's not even banned by either side, too, is the surprising part. Like, NiP'd rather deal with the Queen of Pain than the SF or the Storm. Like, that's probably not too bad.
Right.
10 seconds remaining.
So Ninjas in Pyjamas. Gotta give us a little bit more meat here. They do have, I mean, what pairs well with Bane as another support? Like if you're running the Lena mid.
Mirana. Disruptor.
Why Disruptor? Because I was gonna suggest Disruptor, but
I just suggested Disruptor because I'm thinking of Hanskin heroes right now.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
okay, that was the exact same reason I was gonna suggest Disruptor. So
Keeper of the Light 2.
We've seen some Coddle from NiP before. Last time they ran it, though, it was with the Tiny Wisp.
It's a hero that I think is just incredibly strong right now. It pairs well against a lot of these cores that might not want to get BKB first. You need to get Mana Leak. Can do really well against it. The laning phase really helps out, too. Because you can just keep putting Chakram on your carry. You can spam out pretty much.
I especially like when they're able to play it with... oh, they actually do have the combination here, if they want to go for it. Tusk. Right? Any sort of offlaner that spams out a lot. I really like just the opportunity, right? If they don't have the opening to run an aggro dual lane of Coddle plus some sort of spammer, they just put Keeper of the Light in their jungle and he farms that up. He's pretty proficient once he gets especially level 2 and 3.
Agreed. And Empire have 2 more picks to go. They've taken a lot of core-like heroes. Last game we saw the Earthshaker offlane get exploited so hard when it comes to the laning phase. I think that's what a lot of people say too. It's like you take the Earthshaker and you run him as a core. There's always the potential to just have it, like you just get straight out dominated because of that.
And there are so many carries that can be left alone in lane against an Earthshaker. Probably 2 of the most prominent ones is like Earthshaker, Gyrocopter and Bloodseeker. Right? Because you could just leave them like, alright, you've gotten like a 2-level advantage over the Earthshaker. We'll just leave you solo. And the Earthshaker is still left with that awkward situation where he can only just go for experience.
Alright, let's see. Empire, you need... Oh, Ogre.
Well, that kind of cements one of these two as the offlaner. Okay. We've seen Ogre Magi offlane before.
Radiant team banned.
Obviously, it feels a bit more likely Earthshaker's going to be in that role. Anti-Mage, picked up for Nidge's Pyjamas.
Alright, AM is a hero that Empire's going to struggle with. Especially if they can't get a fast blink on their Earthshaker.
10 seconds
The
remaining.
pickup potential is actually quite low. Or if their mid-hero, which is probably going to be the Queen of Pain,
5
has to like dominate the lane. It's just to do so well for them to really snowball. Otherwise, the anti-mage just out-farms your entire team.
Reserve time.
Yeah. What's up? Something about the way you interact with your microphone all night. I'm like, pushing Blitz's mic up, pushing it down, pushing it up, pushing it down. I never know with you what volume you're going to be at.
It's because you know what? I always take it off and then I put it on differently because it hurts my ear when it's in conjunction with the glasses.
Okay.
So it throws me off.
All right.
5 seconds
I have soft
remaining.
ears, man. Don't hate.
Team Empire do ban away the Tusk.
Reserve time.
What other spam offlaners would work well with Keeper of the Light? I don't think there are really any. Earthshaker and Tusk are my kind of 1-2.
I want to hit the spawn again, but I'm afraid the Dota's just going to crash. So
Yeah, probably.
Be really careful. Let's look at the offlaners that are available. You could do...
Can't do Broodmother.
I was going to say Leshrac. How funny would that be? If Lesh was still
Surprise! Last pick, Leshrac. What a pick! Total outdraft.
You never see that coming. Legion's actually quite good.
Yeah, I was just about to say Legion Commander.
You can just spam... I can't remember what the call is called.
I mean, it kind of depends on what the
things.
support pickup is from Team Empire.
Oh, yeah.
That will determine whether or not they can run an aggro dual lane disruptor.
Okay. I think you can actually still run the...
I think so, too.
The Legion.
Plus the fact that...
we were right.
Yep.
We were both right,
Go
too.
us.
Yes.
We're the best.
I called it first, you reinforced it.
You know, I was looking at your screen.
Oh, really?
No, I didn't see your mouse on the Legion Commander, but I saw the Legion Commander. I was like, we still have that hero, and that actually fits the mana spamming.
Jonas plays some weird offlaners. Like, he's the only person
really
I know who still plays, like, Axe Legion and Mag.
Yeah. Never forget the Aghanim's Legion Commander. MLG.
I asked him about that. He's like, it was a terrible idea. I thought it was going to work. It didn't. I don't want to be biased, but I hope they qualify. Those guys are really fun to talk to.
I don't want to be biased, but I hope they win.
They're like funny guys. I guess everybody in
10 seconds remaining.
Like anybody that qualified, but I don't really know anybody from Vega or from Empire.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't mind if NiP won.
What you guys are seeing is Blitz's real reason for casting, which is so he can go to events
and just chill with people
and play Mafia with the people that he enjoys.
Yeah.
So that's why we rig all the Join Dota tournaments for Blitz friends to win.
Dude, Empire owns, though. I remember Resolution owed me $100, and he made sure I got that money back.
Oh, yeah, after you bugged the hell out of him.
No, I would...
Like, every single time you saw him.
I would joke about it.
Yeah, but it's that kind of like... It's that awkward joke where
Yeah, well, he should have paid me my money, and then it would have been
See?
an awkward
See?
joke.
Now the real Blitz comes out. The real Blitz. Oh, he's such a nice guy. He paid me back my $100.
Oh, they're actually gonna find Silent, maybe. They know the smoke's broken. They know for sure that somebody's there. Silent actually just, like, ships moving in the night.
they're gonna hide on either side of this camp and wait for somebody to come around.
This is so absurd right
Silent's
now.
gonna be seen now, but they don't have their disabler on the right side.
This is
the wrong
so
side
weird.
of the fence.
It's like they went bottom. He just went right over the top over them.
Wow, man! Just imagine like if they just spread out and they just comb the jungle to the right side. You know?
Yeah, but it's not as strong if you're not working as a unit.
Oh well. Bounty rune for Limp top lane.
Begins.
General's gonna get his as well.
Tribute.
Oh, that's actually a blink used by General. I guess
he wants to get back to body block?
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Because he knows he's going to be against a dual lane. That's really smart.
Ah.
Okay, I like that. Because he knows also if he goes the dagger, he'll never trade efficiently against 2 heroes regen.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. That's a really smart play by General. Go him.
Smarter player than you gave him credit for.
I mean, I never said he was bad or anything like that. I was just wondering for a second, and that's probably just me being dumb.
Seal Kid and Jonas have fun running the aggro dual lane against a dual lane of their own, at least for now. Gyrocopter and Ogre Magi. Looks like Aloha Dance desperately looking for those wards. He's going to have to place the other one here. Eat the tree. Place it on that spot. And does it get both? It gets both, but he's unlikely to find this one. He's going to kill this one, see the 1 minute spawn, doesn't go, and then he's going to start hunting down the other ward. If he gets the other ward, they'll be in a pretty good position by 2 minutes to start pulling and really taking a lot of experience away from this dual lane.
This is pretty huge right now that they've given, once again, Era pretty much a one-on-one lane because the Bane is just going to do whatever he can to soak. And
Nice.
This is a really exploitable lane. And meanwhile at bottom, Jonas and Fun is right-clicking away, throwing down the overwhelming odds. Like, look how low Silent's getting already.
Wow. And with this Blast coming in, if they actually hit another one? 2 seconds? No.
It wouldn't do enough.
He's already
anyways.
healing it up. Yeah, without creeps, it just doesn't do enough
Oh,
damage.
he doesn't have press the attack. This might actually just be a kill.
Yeah, that's a little weird that he went for Moment of Courage. Especially since he has so much extra mana, or at least should, from the Keeper of the Light eventually.
Yeah. I think that... I think it's more just so he could continue to fight in the lane, like one-on-one against the Gyro, and he figures the supports will just go away. But once again, exploitable lanes coming out from Empire and NiP. Seems to be their strategy right now.
Hanskin moving up to this top lane as the Bane. They really shouldn't be able to get a kill on the Earthshaker. I would feel very confident, especially if once I'm able to pick up my boots. Like, if he gets slept, what are they going to do, you know? They're going to right-click him a few times with the Animage. He's going to Fisher them, run away.
I agree. I think it's a lane that's going to have a hard time killing, but it doesn't. They don't really have to kill him as long as the anti-mage just gets free farm.
Yeah.
He's actually missing a few more lessons than I'm used to Era missing, but they're doing just fine.
Yeah, he's focused on a lot of denies, so that might be why.
It's lane control. When you've got a hero like Bane that can't really zone the Earthshaker out by himself, that means the Earthshaker is just going to pretty much get free levels.
Yeah.
You have to do at least a decent job of keeping lane equilibrium.
What's a cooldown on overwhelming odds? Okay. It's pretty decent. I was gonna say, how much does Chakra Magic cooldown reduction come into play, but...
Oh, Seal Kid. Looks like they were looking for a second, but
yeah,
unable to get anything.
They can get him on the retreat, glimpse one back, especially the Coddle, and then stun him up. Gyrocopter should be there to clean up the kill pretty easily. So I'm really expecting that to be where our first blood is. But we'll see. Limp's brought General pretty low. Doesn't have any more bottle hits either.
And they just continue to hit away at this Gyrocopter, who... I mean, it's pretty admirable that he's kept up in farm to an anti-mage that should more or less have free farm. He's been harassed quite a bit, but he's got a magic stick now, so he should be okay. The levels just aren't great right now for Empire because...
he needs this 4-minute rune so badly, but he knows he's not going to get it. That's why he starts bottle crowing.
And Limp should get this top one.
Yeah, Limp is already in a great... He's got so much extra regen, too. I didn't even look at him. He's got still a shared tango as well as a healing salve. He has somehow beaten the Queen of Pain quite badly in lane.
This is a lane that Lina wins anyways. This is about correct.
You think so? This dominant? Oh, if only. If only.
Oh, Limp's still going for it.
All
He's
right.
got to go for the high. Oh, and he grabs it.
Oh, the Dragon Slave level 3 was enough damage. Good read. And first blood goes to Limp.
All right, that even extends things even further.
Yeah. The Haste Rooney is going to get back in time to get some of the CS. So he missed very little while he was gone in the lane.
He hasn't even used any of his tangos. You notice there's one on the ground?
Oh, he hasn't used any of them?
Yeah.
Oh, what? Alright, there's no way Queen of Pain should lose that badly, right?
I think it's a lane that starts off difficult, and it's hard to really keep up. Especially if you just get out-harassed a little bit. It looks like the Earthshaker's here in this mid lane. They want to try to make the attempt while his bottle's not there, but this isn't going to fly.
Blast comes out, Aloha Dance. Is he still in range? Oh, he is. And they're going to put him right in his block area. Seal Kid can't go anywhere. Nice pick off from the tri lane. But again, kind of expected to happen eventually.
They had to get that off too.
Yeah.
Because they're still devoting so many heroes down there to it, and the Legion Commander's still getting a decent amount of levels in farm.
Yeah, even if they do pull like Legion Commander and Keeper of the Light are both able to interrupt that pretty easily. Especially given that they've got their level 2 nukes up.
Meanwhile, Era just continues to free farm, and more importantly, this Lina mid has just been so successful.
Oh, they're going to pop him though. Fisher, do they have enough damage? General? What? He was too scared. I guess when he blinks in, he leaves himself open to Light Strike Array and Laguna Blades, so...
If he gets LSA there, he's 100% dead.
Yeah.
And it's hard for him to dodge the stun too, because he doesn't have...
Boots.
Yeah, exactly. Like, that's such a risky maneuver. And they might actually just intercept YOLO Warrior. That's what they're going for right now. Like, that's why they just planted this ward out.
Oh, wow.
He's 100% dead.
Great pickup. They don't even have to use Laguna Blade for it.
Burns, doesn't it?
So they've created space for Era to start chipping away at that tier 1 tower.
Radiant's top tower.
I'm just going to
is
rotate
under
up here.
attack.
They're going to take this together. They want to put pressure here because they want to make it difficult for Empire to TP in to kind of counter-initiate on Arrow, which is a strong possibility. And this is just going to make it really hard for them to get into the jungle. And it's also going to make it hard for YOLO Warrior to just sit there passively, especially with that ward up. Like, Limp can just rotate in from the side. It's really hard for Empire to get a ward up there without committing one of their supports. And they can't really leave the lane bottom either, because otherwise their carry's just going to get repeatedly nuked down. And they can't afford either of these options right now.
It's going to be such a fast battle fury for AM.
Yeah, at this rate. Lina's halfway to Yule's too. This Queen of Pain is nothing.
He's actually glimpse. Yes. And with the kinetic field to lock him in for a good amount of time, Cooldown going out. He's going to try and finish on Silent, but Yonosapon doesn't have enough damage. Lina comes in, but a bit too late. Also hit by the cooldown slow. So unable to do much there, and as a result, General's actually making a little bit of a comeback now that he has all this freeze time in lane.
Oh yeah, because this is twice now that the Lina has left and had to go and do something else. When it comes to net worth, he's still pretty dominated, but you got to take it where you can get it.
Jeez. Was that a level 2 blast? No, level 3 now.
And General's going to go check for the top rune, be disappointed as there's nothing there.
He's got to be careful. I think one Dragon Slave and Laguna Blade combo kills him.
Yeah, but if he gets Dragon Slave, he should be able to blink out. And you can blink animation dodge the Laguna Blade for sure. You're smart about it, but there's a lot of heroes in this mid lane right now.
Given some space to Aloha Dance to finish up his level 6, definitely needed. Especially given how much it took for them to kill the Legion Commander earlier. What's his build usually on Legion Commander?
It depends. I think if you're really far behind, you can't really go for the blink, but
right.
I think in this game, when you have almost no way of initiating aside from the Lina Yules, going for the blink's probably okay. You can go for a Blade Mail. It's not terrible here. but there are better options available. Just keeping the supports low right now, and Yonasamfan, he's trying to get whatever he can. This lane was bound to be tough for him, and luckily for him, he had some help, and he's doing much better than the Earthshaker, at least.
Yeah. In the meantime, the Keeper of the Light's actually been doing some jungling. In fact, he's doing much better than Yonasamfan is. He's level 6.
Oh, wow, he is. And the Bane's about to hit level 5 at the same time, so when it comes to the leveling battle on the supports, it's about even.
Just comparing the... No, actually, the offlaners, because they pushed in so deep to the tier 2 tower, and then Earthshaker also has a naturally, like, pretty low mana pool, so Animage can't really exploit that too much. You know, you spam out all your mana, and then you're sitting at no mana whatsoever, so Animage's right-clicks don't do a whole lot. But it's also the fact that his ultimate doesn't do much.
The dangerous thing for me right now is if the Queen of Pain doesn't get a really fast orchid, which...
Limp. He's stuck. Light Strike Array. He gets off that one. The silence is there. They're going to try and finish off FD anyway. Sonic Wave gets out. Silence. Duel. What? Silence going to win the duel. Winner, winner. Now Era comes forward. He's going to try and get the kill on Silent anyway. Pops the ultimate in order to finish him off. General, the last target. Too. But he's got to blink away in 3 seconds. Era, unless he eats away all of this mana. No, there's no way. Fisher also there on the side to stop. And NiP, they get a 2-for-3 exchange, but they also fed away a duel to Gyrocopter.
That could have been so huge if Yonasamfan got 1 or 2 procs, but was unable to do so, and that's a free 10 damage to the Gyrocopter, which isn't a small deal at all. Like, you never want to dual damage if you can help it. Luckily for NiP, though, Era comes in, makes things kind of okay, but still, that's not exactly how you want the fight to go, especially when you committed to the dual lane and mid. Limp, he's going to get stunned up. There's no ultimate from the Queen of Pain. Limp's going to go for the turnaround. He's got his ultimate available, too.
Oh, the right click, but the Echo Slam is there in time. YOLO Warrior books it right in front of the Lina and able to sink that Echo Slam to finish her off.
That's actually so huge now, because General's overtaken the Lina when it comes to net worth, because that's twice in a row the Lina's died. General survives through both of those engagements.
He's going Eul's Scepter?
Yes, I think so.
Why is that?
I think it's just a good item for when the Lina uses it on you, you just use it right back.
Right.
Keeps yourself alive. They're gonna go for the rotation in. They've got the Disruptor ultimate. Era doesn't have his blink either.
Oh no, he's gonna be caught here. They're gonna slow down this Battle Fury if they get the kill. And it's gonna be pretty easy for them too. Are they gonna be able to get out though? There is a TP from Yonasamfan. Can he catch anybody here? TP away, Aloha Dance gets out.
They actually all get out and they kill the anti-mage. That's so huge right now from Empire. That was such a smart play. I was about to say they have to get aggressive, especially with how the AM has been farming. They finally managed to do that.
Great smoke to be sure. They need to make some room for Yonasamfan. That's 100%. He's 0-2 and 3. Like, he was getting a good amount in the laning phase in the beginning, but he's stalled out ever since then.
It's hard to keep up as a Legion when your laning phase doesn't go well, because there's an awkward time period where you're not really accomplishing anything, and it almost feels like you're just a bad version of a regular initiator. Because your spells really don't provide a lot of value if you don't have the items to back it up. He even gets a Quelling Blade so he can jungle faster.
Limp's Eul's Blade is done. And General's actually going back for the Aghanims. So I think he was like Staff of Wizardry, and it's like, if I'm behind, I go Eul's. If I end up getting even with the Lina, I can go for the Aghanims.
Yeah. The Aghs probably isn't a bad choice, especially with how things have gone. Like, look at the level advantage he has over Limp now. It's pretty significant, and NiP, they're going for the smoke here. But everybody from Empire is already backing up.
Are they going to back up far enough, though? The smoke is popped. They're going to bring in Yonasamfan, it looks like. Sleep? Oh, no, they got underneath. They got underneath the tower now. The counterward's there as well. Apathy's still going to be caught here. Light Strike, the silence is there. Limp managed to get away, though. Good blast out on 3. Glimpse back, and now Limp runs himself away. Fisher on the wrong side, and they still get the kill. Silent able to run him over. Era's looking at this fight. He's not sure what to do. General's going to come in with the double damage. TP out on skin. Nope, Echo Slam stops him there. A blast comes in, does another decent chunk of damage, but Nowhere close enough.
That was just such an awkward engagement. Like, once Alina blows the Yules there, 100% dead.
They've lost another one. Echo Slam and Sonic Wave, but they do get Seal Kid.
And Yono-Sampan is just kind of poking and prodding, seeing whatever he can, but Era just has to get farmed now. Like, the game plan of grouping up and fighting is no longer available to you. Like, your Alina's just getting too far behind when it comes to levels and farm. Like, this Queen of Pain is level 11 with almost an Aghanim Scepter completed. Like, where did it all go wrong? Remember, she solo kills the Queen of Pain, is absolutely dominating her in CS, and then just maybe over-rotates.
Yono-Sampan. Think he tried to get a duel out on that Earthshaker.
How far is the ES from Blink?
He's only sitting at 800 gold. Like, he still hasn't decided where he's going to be going. Is it Blade Mail? Is it Blink Dagger?
Radiant's top
YOLO
tower
Warrior
is
already
under
has
attack.
a Blink nearly completed.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And they've actually managed to, like, especially with some of that lost farming time, they've slowed down the Animage's Battle Fury to, like, a regular time. Like, he was so far ahead, and then now he gets the 15-minute Treads B Fury, which I would say is standard time.
It'll be a bit okay, though. It depends. Does the Gyro have ancient stacks? Yes. So he should be able to catch right back up to the Anti-Mage. There's a period of time where the Anti-Mage just blows past you when it comes to farm. And then things get scary again for Empire, because even though they've built up a lead, it can just quickly slip away. But nobody really wants to go top. Era.
Oh, nice move.
This is scary right now. There's a lot of heroes up here. Aloha Dance has his ultimate too, so he's just going to back up.
Hunskin. Is he going to TP out? What's he going to do here? Waiting for...
They're trying to set up a trap right now.
Yeah, but this isn't going to be the greatest trap with so many heroes here. Yono-Sampan going to be pulled back with a glimpse. They do have the Lina on the way. Yono-Sampan hit by the Fissure and blown up. Question is there a turnaround? Fiend Scrape coming in from behind, but here comes the two stunners on the side. YOLO Warrior hits Hanskin, Silent, also dealing out some damage to Era. They're going to go for General. They do get the Light Strike array. General, Era, oh no, he didn't have enough damage out on his ultimate. He gets away, and now NiP are going to lose all four of their heroes. It's only Hanskin the Bane who manages to get out of that situation. Both the Disruptor jumps really low. The Queen of Pain was down to like 200 HP at one point. But it all goes wrong for the ninjas.
It looked like such a smart attempt too, because Hanskin sees them all coming, and he pincers around, and he's trying to get the Lina, or the Queen of Pain Fiend script, because he knows that most of the stuns and disables have been used to trap just the other two heroes, but Era blinks in, gets hit by the call down, and yeah, you're an anti-mage, so usually you don't have to worry about it, but it's only one level of spell shield, and Silent just went to work on him. Like, he pops the Rocket Barrage with the call down in succession. Way too much damage for him to handle, and he has to be more careful and more aware that that type of damage can happen with just one level of spell shield. I actually think they should stop going for these fights and engagements and just immediately back out, circle around, try to continue to farm, and just reset the pace of the game. Like, trust in Era to be able to get really farmed.
Do you think late game NiP have an advantage? Because I don't feel like it.
No, I don't think so either, because I think that Empire just have too much control.
Yeah.
And when you think about late game, like, a lot of people incorrectly assume it's like, when you all have 6 items, like every single player in the game in, but that's not actually how Dota works, right?
Yeah.
So if you think about it, this is Legion Commander is nothing, and she's not going to have anything for quite some time. Like, if you consider the late game to be like 40 minutes plus, it's already the 20-minute mark nearly, and still no Blink Dagger. So you have to take that into account when you're considering the late game. And on top of that, Empire have so many disables to work with. Like, Aloha Dance can get an Aghanim Scepter, and that would just be brutal. Like, that might just be a game ender. And so, NiP, no, I don't think they have a better late game at this phase.
The same kind of applies for the Aghanim Ogre Magi as well. Like, the Lina's going to be, you know, a bit squishy, but the Animage, like, the control from the Ogre Magi, if you start getting some of those multicasts, like, even if he is, you know, maxed out spell shield and not taking as much magic damage, it's still going to be a significant amount of disable.
Think about it like this too, is if an Animage is playing against those two type of supports, they're both really tanky for one. You're about to get a Glimmer Cape on Aloha Dance, and if you're an anti-mage, you're never going to be carrying around detection for yourself. And on top of that, an Ogre's just naturally tanky. He's got 12 armor with Tranquil Boots and 1,000 HP with no other items.
Yeah.
Like, how difficult is it to kill him? As on the flip side, you've got a Bane who has no armor, no HP really to work with, and you've got a Keeper of the Light, who's in an even worse position regarding that.
SNY, Helmet Dominator. Gyrocopter's a pretty happy camper. He's hit 10k by 19 minutes. Looks like Era's not slowing down for a Vlad's.
Radiant's middle
Looks
tower
like this
is
could
under
be
attack.
straight Manta.
Radiant structures are fortified.
I think what you're waiting for is just wait for Era to get 1 or 2 items,
Dyer's
and then go
bottom
for the
tower
engagement.
is under
Because right now,
Dyer's structures
these
are
scenarios
fortified.
aren't really working out for NiP. Like, taking the fights no longer work, especially when you've got an Earthshaker that's this farmed in
Radiant's middle
mid.
tower has
So it's
fallen.
going to TP, but this is what they need to work on. Just go for the split push, wait for Era to
Radiant's
just
top
continually
tower
get
is
farmed.
under attack.
Yeah, tier 1 for tier 1. Now they're going to start going for that tier 2 at the top lane, while Queen of
Radiant
Pain
structures are fortified.
is chipping away at the bottom lane. But they're just waiting for an opening,
Dyer's
waiting for
middle
NiP
tower
to
is
try and
under
defend.
attack.
So Yola Warrior can get that first blink off. Apathy, thinking about going for the stun here.
Dyer's middle tower has fallen.
Oh, and
And,
bottom.
oh, wow. Yeah, they blown him.
They just use
Blowing 'em
the,
up.
they use the Echo.
Yeah.
They reveal the Blink Dagger, which actually they've known for quite some time. And the Echo Slam is used, but it doesn't even matter because Jonas is probably the best target for Empire to gank because he's a decently high level and he's not getting close to the item. So you just further set him even more behind. Like, killing the anti-mage helps, yeah, but he's still gonna get farm. But where does Jonas even go?
Limp's going for Shadow Blades. I don't mind this because it seems Empire are very split up. And you're going to have some pretty quick BKBs. I feel like Lena's going to go for... no, actually going for the Yules after the Axe. Top lane, Yola Warrior. Is this going to be their first duel? He's just trying to stay ahead. Somebody let this man duel him. All right, the sleep. Now the duel.
That's so awkward.
Yeah.
Immediately gets sleeped up. But it doesn't matter. It's probably better the less it goes on area.
Oh, Light Strike Array, Low Hot Dance has been found as well. There's a couple pickups for NiP. Get some dual damage. Limp kind of desperately needs to get 2 or 3 kills off of this Shadow Blade so we can start working towards the Aghanim Scepter.
It's going to need it too against the Glimmer Cape. In team fights, it's so brutal. A lot of times you might even see him go for a Bloodstone. But when it comes to this, where you've got Alina that is a little bit further behind than you'd like, and you've got a Disruptor that's more farm than you'd like, then you probably just have to go for something a little bit faster.
It's too bad. Jonas Savon doesn't have the duel, nor does he have any allies nearby.
He's almost got his Blink, though. I think he has to go for Flank.
Because Nipper is so dependent on pickoffs right now.
Yeah, and more importantly, even if you're giving up like 1 or 2 duels, the lockdown of feature is probably more important. Like, the Legion is kind of shifted into a weird spot where just him locking down a hero is enough for him to be really effective. So you've got an anti-mage just has an increasing amount of farm right now. Like, the AM is
Dyer's
quickly
top
gonna
tower is under
start
attack.
surpassing all the other heroes in the game.
Radiant's
There's gonna be a
bottom
really
tower
weird
is
period of
under
time where
attack.
NiP are actually gonna be
Dyer's
fine because
structures are fortified.
Era's getting so much farm.
Another tower trade-off. Man, if NiP had gone for this kind of
Dyer's
split
top
push
tower
play
is
so
under
much
attack.
earlier,
Radiant's
rather than
bottom
trying to
tower
force some fights,
Dyer's top tower has fallen.
I'd feel like they'd be in a really great position because right now, I'm looking at Nipper, I think just all around out-positioning Empire. Like, their movement seems to be pretty good. Oh, this is so awkward. It's going to be definitely awkward as Echo Slam comes in, already 2 wiped out. Now the Fisher to be able to catch another 2. Oh, Era came in, but he didn't have enough damage. General actually survives, and Era's going to have to blink himself away. Goes for Yola Warrior.
Dyer's top tower is under attack.
Manta, but NiP are going to be on full retreat here. Empire not going to find anything else. Still, though, that 2-man Echo Slam plus the Queen of Pain's damage, they instantly eliminate both the Bane and the Lina.
That could have been so bad for Empire because they use the Disruptor ult, which is one of their main ways to lock down the AM even if he has the Manta. But they still managed to pick it up just because Yola Warrior, such a beautiful Echo Slam. It was just so well set up by him, and Empire, they're going to take a Roshan on the heels of this, and they need to, because you want to continue to put pressure in a game like this. You don't want to just passively farm, even if you think you're ahead, because you don't want the anti-mage to find tier 2 towers and eventually find space for his team. Blink Dagger complete, though, on Legion.
Is there a chance that Animage is forced into a BKB for this game?
I don't think so. He's actually just going to get brought back.
He's going to have some major issues with the Disruptor. His Mantle Illusions actually instantly got wiped out. Still, though, maybe a turnaround. Oh, they need the Blink, but the Glimmer Cape. General's getting away. That could have been such a big pickup. Sleep on a General before he can get off the Shadow Strike. Aloha Dan still wants another glimpse, and he will have it, too. So Jonas Sampan should be the pickoff. At least Era survives, but man, that would have been so good if they'd gotten the duel onto the Queen of Pain.
Yeah, you probably just kill the Aegis and slow down the 5-man push from Empire by quite a lot, because now General is just going to go back.
Oh, there goes the Aegis.
All right, there we go. And that's probably fine. He gets 3 creeps too, value.
Oh, the Shadow Blade's really good for split pushing as well, huh?
Yeah.
I actually didn't think about that aspect for the Lina.
You're just splitting the map around as much as you possibly can to create space for this AM.
Do you, like, how far do you go, though?
You just stay...
Do you go, like, Boots of Travel?
No, I don't think so. Okay. I think you still get the Aghanim Scepter for the inevitable fight. Because there's going to be some point where Empire just say, I don't want to have to deal with this anymore. Like, this is really annoying. Let's just 5-man. Let's go for the next Roshan and just try to go high ground. So you have to kind of be in fighting shape by that point.
Ooh, Scotty already for Silent. Good lord, he's farmed.
He's got so many stat items right now.
He's 1,500 gold still ahead of the Animage. Ancient Stacks definitely paying off big dividends. They're going to go for the tier 2 tower now. Limp and Era both getting ahead bottom. But Empire not going to give up tower for tower, at least not anymore.
It's not really worth it for them. Like, not nearly. You can't lose tier 2 towers, especially the side ones, to an anti-mage. Because he just runs with it. He just continues to create space. I think the correct play is for YOLO Warrior to Echo Slam bottom right now.
He was going to.
Oh, that was so close.
Blinked away in time. Limp is going to be found. They have a counter ward. Blink in, Echo Slam, lock him down.
What a sentry.
Great play. Great
good
setup.
Game sense. They know if the anti-mage is there, they're maybe just like, oh, we'll send one hero down and then NiP get a free pick off, but they thought around that play.
Silent General will take the tier 2 middle. They have to split up a significant amount because there's always going to be that split push. Arrow is already going for the tier 2 bottom. They did take the tier 2 top, Jonas Fan. With the combination of him and the Keeper of the Light, they just one-shot creep waves.
That's the game extender for sure. If you can just keep spamming out and keeping the creep waves killed. Because you don't want to go high ground with any of Empire's heroes. Like, even a Gyrocopter. The main reason why he's, instead of going for the BKB, is because there's no real need for it, 1. And 2, because you need stats to just go high ground. Like, enough HP. And the BKB doesn't really help you in this regard.
Aaron Hanskin. They may think that with Fiend Script, they can lock down General long enough to be able to get the kill, but actually, never mind, they knew all this all along. Yonasapan went in for Aloha Dance. They need extra damage, though. Oh, no. They didn't give away dual damage, but still, Era had to blink himself away. Hanskin's going to be caught as well. They just didn't imagine there were going to be this many heroes at that top lane, beautifully baited out by Empire.
Every single time Empire's there together. They're just losing so many heroes over and over again on NiP, but it's good attempts to try to get something going, but at the same time, Empire are just kind of reading the situation completely right. Like, they go for tier 2 pushes when there's no pressure from Era, and then when Era steps out to create pressure on the map, then they just split up the map further.
Yeah.
And it makes it so hard for him to be able to do anything.
Yeah, between the SNY and the Scotty, Gyrocopter's so tanky.
I actually think Era needs a BKB now.
I think so too. So lockdown, a multicast, and also that the glimpse. Like he can't split push very hard because it's not only the Blink Echo Slam that's concerning, but it's also the it's also going to be that glimpse that catches them out every single time.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower has
Era.
fallen.
They're thinking about it again, but look at Empire. They're mass rotating behind. Yule's Scepter, Limp leading with the Light Strike Array. They start jumping in, but immediately there's the response from Empire. There is no way they kill Silent here. Era, in fact, might not get it out at all. Echo Slam. Oh, that ultimate! Oh my god! He just blew. Who did he use that on? Was that the Ogre?
It had to be.
That was the Ogre. He was completely out of mana.
Oh boy.
He just hit 3 heroes and Seal Kid cleans up the rest.
That's a 2,000 gold net worth swing.
Imagine if that had been daytime and the Illuminate Blast hits. That would have healed up the Animate. She could have actually survived.
That was surprising. I was like, why did Era blink in there? I was just like, this is done. Like, Era's gonna die. They're gonna lose a bunch of heroes, and then, oh boy.
I mean, all that gold just goes into. It might have been the Earthshaker as well. Both of them look to be out of mana, but. That was just a lot of gold for Seal Kid. I'm not sure how valuable that's really going to be when he already has his axe.
Okay, so Jonas Fan all of a sudden has a ton of gold, and that Blade Mail is actually pretty effective when nobody from Empire actually have any BKBs up. That's probably fine for them right now. This is a pretty good job for them overall.
Aghanim's for a low hot dance. He's 1,000 gold away.
Selfish.
Okay, so they're still in a decent position right now. I mean, Empire's still definitely winning this game.
Oh yeah.
But that play at bottom, like, really turned things around. That was like the huge turnaround.
On Skin doesn't have the Glimmer Cape, so he is done so.
Alright, so you wait out, just continue to farm, split up around the map.
Empire gotta... Do they need to push middle? I thought like they do the classic, they just push the force TPs.
No, you just wait for... I think they're just waiting for Roshan.
Okay.
Then they just go for some sort of all-in, go for the high ground. They're probably pretty confident, especially if that bottom fight, where they just don't all get anti-mage blasted, they're probably cool.
Yule's up, Fisher. Seal Kid. Okay. Apparently Earthshaker really wanted that kill, but Queen of Pain still snags it with the Sonic Wave.
Jonas Fan. 0, 6, and 7. Now has some farm. Looking at top, but he has to know, like, every single time, everybody from Empire is so set up and prepared for these fights. And it looks like they want to go on bottom. Do they have detection for this?
This will be the successful pickoff. Finally.
Yeah.
I feel like this is the one time the NiP have managed to get a pickoff, and it went completely as planned, right? There was no bait.
There's been like 6 heroes standing behind him like they're used to.
Exactly.
I like that they continue to go for it, though. Because I would have just, at this point, if this was my team, I would have been like, guys, they just know. They know at all times.
They've got map hack.
Yeah,
don't try anymore.
Don't even bother. Scripters. I don't even know how you can hack in Dota, but whatever it's going on. You've almost got a heart, though, on this anti-mage.
What's Apathy doing?
This might be another pickoff. You've got a DD rune on Era.
This could be dual damage as well, or it could be the other way around. Jonas Fan's going to be the target general. Oh, he's going to be slept up. Maybe this buys time for Jonas Fan to live. The blast comes through. Jonas Fan's actually going to there goes the Queen of Pain. Era read that.
Oh, they know where Silent is.
They get Silent as well. Oh no, Empire just falling apart now right in front of the Roshan pit. Roshan's up. This is going to be a huge gold and experience swing.
Era just got... Okay, so Era completes his heart, and then he has instantly 2,000 gold on top of that.
Yeah, he got 1,700 gold off of those 3 kills. And now they're going to get Roshan as well. Ages for him. This game just got so hard for Empire.
And now the Legion is really paying off. Like, when you saw... because the gyrocopter is built so greedy, no BKB or anything like that to deal with. As soon as he gets challenged to a duel, there's very little that he can do to handle it.
Jonas Fan waiting for the glimpse. Glimmer Cape gets laid out. Oh, no. Where's the vision?
That's like 3 times now where Aloha Dance is just kind of casually Glimmer Caped away.
Yeah.
So I'm invincible.
Let's see, 2,800 golds. Where does he go from here, the Legion Commander?
This is probably the time to get a BKB. I can't believe he's even this farmed, to be honest with you. He's overtaking the Earthshaker. Who would have thought that? It all comes down to that fight at bottom.
Yeah.
Empire had this game. The gyrocopter was nearly full HP.
He just got blown up. My god, how does Animage the top net worth?
I've never seen such a value ultimate by an anti-mage.
Yeah.
That's one of the... Sometimes in my pub games when I'm playing Storm, haha, big surprise, I get my team killed.
You get your team killed.
But that just happens in a
I
pub
love
game.
it.
Like, how often do you see that in a competitive game?
Yeah.
Oh, we're seeing the build that is really popular lately. Instead of going for the butterfly because you instantly always anticipate the MKB.
Yeah, Silence already got it.
Yeah, then Arrow just goes for the Assault Curse. Because it kind of serves the same purpose,
Yeah.
minus the evasion.
And it gives you more split pushing power, too.
Yeah. Tons of armor. The attack speed is not bad at all either.
Yeah.
And it's just a good item for your team, too.
Oh, Sealkid actually canceled that. They're going to go for this one. There are supports, and they have an Aghanims as well.
Seal Kid.
Again, who's going to get that initiation? Aloha Dance found. Give them the duel. No, they don't want to risk it.
They're
Silent. He's going to be caught by the Yule Scepter. Yoda's up on coming forward. Oh, but here comes Yellow War. 2-man Echo Slam, 2-man Scream as well. There's a great ultimate from Era, but still not enough to finish off winning any one hero. Era has to blink himself away. He cannot finish this up by himself. So the Aegis gets laid down, but I'm afraid he's just going to be kited. Do they have lockdown? I don't think they do. Apathy doesn't have any mana, so he's going to blink himself backwards. General's trying to keep up. Shadow Strike. There goes the blast. And Era, another blink away just ahead of the Fisher. Right next to General, trying to clean away the rest of that mana, but he can't blink away in time. Silent gets there. The MKB gives him enough damage, and now Seal Kid's going to be caught as well.
Yeah, he's 100% dead here. They've completely locked him out. That's a 5-man wipe going the other way, and YOLO Warrior, what a gamer. That was such a massive Echo Slam.
He had to blink and then Force Staff in order to be there in time.
I mean, that was fine. That was the play, because they're going to get the gem pickup too. Everything just kind of turns around, and I think that if the Legion Commander pops the Blade Mail first, I don't actually know if it was up or not, but if they were able to get the duel off and then they spread out or fan even a little bit, they'd probably kill Silent and destroy that fight there. Because there was no Disruptor. Actually has an Aghanim Scepter completed. Now things just get so hard for NiP.
Double damage!
Well, the BKB is coming in soon for our Legion Commander. Maybe that'll change things. Same goes for the AC, actually, even after that fight.
You just have to get these items off now.
It's 37.5 minutes in, 29-16, and we've got Empire. Look at this dramatic swing. Almost 10k net worth lead at one point in time, dipped down to almost making this game dead even, and then after that 5-man wipe, back up to a 6 or 7k lead.
Alright, so once your BKB gets completed, there's no Aegis for quite some time, but Arrow's about to finish the AC. I think you wait for that, and
Yes.
you have to be so cautious though if you're NiP, because of the Aloha Dance Aghanim Scepter Disruptor. That just ruins your team. They've got enough damage to kill pretty much anybody in that ring during that time too.
It's probably Silence got to finish up. Does he go for the butterfly? I feel like he needs to finish up that Satanic because of that Ags Laguna Blade.
I think the butterfly's okay. Because they do need physical damage to take him down as well.
That's true.
Dyer's middle tower.
They're
is
just going to
under
go high
attack.
ground with this. They know there's no real way for NiP to really get into a fight. And NiP are waiting for so many different items to complete at the same time.
They need to blow up some of these creeps. Whereas the blast comes through, doesn't actually hit the siege creep though.
They have
Doesn't seem
stop
to
this
matter.
push.
Empire gonna go back. Kill the creeps, kill the creeps, kill the creeps! Era in some trouble though. It's going to be caught by Aloha Dance. The static field is there. YOLO Warrior does have the Echo Slam. Is it enough damage, though? The lockdown is there. Multicast, if he gets enough multicast, maybe they can actually get away. But no, Era says, I'm going to fight this one. Pops the ultimate, no. He puts on the Disruptor instead.
Silent comes
and
in
now Silent, backdooring the Animage, manages to get that kill.
I think Arrow was just a little bit too greedy there. He had an opportunity to get out despite everything.
Limp. Yule Scepter, he's done. Right click 1, and Scream 2.
Everything is falling apart right now for NiP. Like, they had a really good moment where their anti-mage just battled his way back. They all did a collective team effort to get back into this game, but it just feels like they're getting a little bit too sloppy, and individual mistakes here and there are costing them so much.
Hanskin, he still has Fiend Script. He's going to pop it now. Seal Kid, they may actually have enough damage with this blast coming in. Brings them low. Now the duel. And General overstayed his welcome quite heavily.
And they get the gem too. That was way too over-aggressive.
Dire's bottom
All right,
tower
Silence
has
got
fallen.
3,600 gold. And he wants to continue to push, even though they just lost the Queen of Pain. He's going to keep going. Another 20 seconds.
There's a full completed Lincoln Sphere on the Earthshaker, which helps out
Dire's
so much.
structures are fortified.
Oh, wow.
That duel is one of their
Dire's
few ways to
bottom
lock down
tower
Silent.
is under attack.
In fact, Jonas and
Dire's
Fan.
bottom
Oh, he doesn't
tower
have it up
has
for another
fallen.
12 seconds. And
Dire's
Silent, not
bottom
wanting to be
barracks
greedy,
are under
will
attack.
take the tier 3 and run.
You just wait for the next Roshan, I think, if you're Empire. You don't have to force any more issues than you really have so far. The Anti-Mage has the AC now, but his item progression has slowed down so much. It was pretty conceivable at some point he would have the Abyssal Blade around now, if they hadn't lost so many fights in a row.
Yeah. I mean, if you just look at him and the Gyrocopter, who he was actually ahead of the Gyrocopter there for a small period of time. It's 4,000 gold that the Gyrocopter has over the Animage by now. That's practically an Abyssal.
Still, though,
I really feel like the BKB was needed for Era.
his build probably isn't too bad, especially once he got the Aegis. He probably felt really confident, but it just hasn't really evolved since then.
Yeah.
And more importantly, this Disruptor getting the Aghanim Scepter just kind of ruins him.
Shiva, Queen of Pain, they'll TP back the Disruptor, so Empire not going to go for the push. Roshan is coming up in a few minutes.
This is a huge Roshan. If they can get this for free, they might just be able to churn a lot of things around. Because Arrow's already hard to kill. You saw how difficult it was at that bottom engagement.
Mm-hmm.
That maybe, just maybe, if they get an Aegis on him and he gets another really good Mana Void off, they're set. But he doesn't have damage, is kind of the problem. If you look at the Gyrocopter, the Gyro does not lack for damage. But Era, because he's gone for all of these defensive teamfight items, doesn't really have a lot to back himself up. If he had the Basher and the Abyssal, maybe.
Yeah. Doesn't have that kind of solo pickup potential. So instead, he's just got to play a split push game. Which, this is what General's here for. Stop this one. Oh, looks like they caught Seal Kid. Echo Slam. Empire, probably knowing that they're waiting on Roshan right now, are not afraid to use those higher CD abilities.
The single pick-off's definitely worth it, right? At this phase of the game. Just to get a numbers advantage. There's no way that NiP take a 4v5 fight.
Now they see Roshan's up.
Look how far back Aloha Dance sits. They're just waiting for the opportunity. This is going to be a high ground Roche too.
Which is why they need to keep these lanes pushed forward as quick as possible. Jonas and Fan. He just keeps on running through that middle lane. Why didn't he push out the middle lane?
He's probably waiting for the creep wave after.
That was a full creep wave, though.
Yeah, that bottom lane too.
They need to kill the they need to kill the creep wave before it gets uphill.
Dire's bottom barracks are under attack.
They missed their opportunity. And now Lip's going to be caught as well. He's gone.
Radiant's middle tower.
This will be the bottom lane of Rex, taken by Empire. NiP are unlikely to fight for it. Animage in the meantime just going to try and take a tier 2. But Empire not done just yet. They're going to go for a second lane of Rax. If Animage wants to continue to try and split push us, we'll just end the game. Buyback now from the Lina. Animage, he's coming back now. He knows he has to. Silent's pretty low on mana. He's got 1,700 mana, or mana pool anyway. So maybe the AEM can blow him up.
Limp can get up close too.
Jonas Amon actually managed to control the disruptor. That's big. Now Era comes forward, blows up the gyrocopter. 2, now a third on Apathy. They're going to be able to claim that one as well. The Queen of Pain, I think she was in range of that gyrocopter when he threw the ultimate because she dropped incredibly low. Or maybe, oh, Limp. He still has Laguna Blade too if he ever finds General.
I mean, he's looking for it, but General still has the Lincolns up. That would mean that Limp just has to go for a blind, but there's no way they run into each other. And this is going to be in a mid-push by NiP, and they're just trying to bait out the buyback from the gyrocopter, and they'd probably be satisfied with that, since they didn't really have to use a buyback on anybody but Limp.
Yellow Warrior still has his Echo Slam. Air doesn't care. He needs to force out this buyback. One, Ogre Magi, but he wants the gyrocopters. And he wants that one back. General blinking forward for that one. Ooh, he still has that Aegis. So I guess he's not afraid to blow it if he can just buy time for the gyrocopter. Now the Echo Slam. Arrow, though, immediately press the attack. Will be able to instantly refresh and keep working on that melee Rax. They've got it. Gyrocopter's not going to buy back for it.
That's essentially a Rax for a Rax right now. And NiP, with that triple kill in mid lane for Era, all of a sudden they're back in this game. On top of that, they managed to get a Rax out of it. And it only cost them Limp's buyback, and he'll take that trade every single time. And now you're starting to see a flood of some items coming in, as Jonas Amon has a Demon Edge completed. You've got a Blink Dagger on the Bane, who continuously in these fights manages to get the 5-second Bean's Grip off. Like, I have no idea how they're doing that.
Yeah, if he gets MKB on the Legion Commander and he has Blade Mail, he's going to be a pretty direct counter to Gyrocopter.
Oh yeah.
Like, he has no BKBs, so the Blade Mail's always going to be effective.
Era, he's almost got that. I have to assume it's the Basher at this phase. I don't think you can really afford to go anything else. Your team needs you to have some damage. Yeah. The hard lockdown ability would be so good too.
Alright, so Basher still needs another 600 gold before he has the complete Abyssal. Is it worth it enough to get that guaranteed bash and the huge increase in damage to forsake your buyback?
No. You absolutely need buyback. I would say it might be okay if they were in a worse position than this, or if Limp had buyback up, but with both of these things not being true, I think Era just has to stay for the buyback. Because he has to be the frontliner this time. Like, the last time it was just Limp standing there, this time it has to be Era being up front and personal.
The blast not really going to protect him. The creeps move forward. Dual Scepter on Animage. Percent. Oh, in the background, Jonas Amon, they actually managed to pop the Earthshaker. That's huge. Jonas Amon made a jump in with Limp, and they managed to get a pick off on that once more. Now the Fiend's Grip on Silent. They are not able to stop Hansuke whatsoever. They finally get the multicast, but Era is stuck inside that static field still. Press the attack goes off. Era now trying to eat through General's mana, but won't have enough time. They'll have to buy back for this one if they want to defend that Rax.
They don't have Limp anymore either, and he's actually going to have to come in right now.
Go for more. The Blade Mail's doing a good amount of damage. They're all low. If AM comes in with the right ultimate, he can clean this up. One blink. 2 more seconds. They need more.
They've got the gem.
Looks like they're going to find Aloha Dance. They'll get that kill. Still, they really need to get like General actually still has an Aegis, man. They need to get the Gyrocopter out of that.
They were really close to winning that fight for a second, but they have so many different abilities to lock down this anti-mage. And if he gets lucky with this
If he gets a bash, that'd be so funny. Just bash Manta. Straight up kills him.
Get another bash in.
Yeah, get another bash. Second life. Get the duel off.
That's a refresher or Queen of Pain.
Okay. So, more Shivas, more Lincolns, more Ultimates. Why not Octarine?
I don't think the Octarine is worth it. I think if anything, it was the Hex. It was either Hex or... I actually still think Hex is the item. I think the Refresh Orb is okay, sure, but If you got something like the Hex, you would for sure be able to pop one hero. And if you're Empire, you're just looking for any sort of 4v5 fight to take. Because nobody from NiP have buybacks. You know that for a fact. So if you kill the anti-mage, no matter what it costs you, you just kill him and then you can buy back and force the fight. And you'll win no matter what. Because NiP desperately rely on their AM right now.
Satanic MKB is there now for the Legion Commander. Still, I mean, the idea going for the Earthshaker is great. But I feel like now with the MKB, they have to lock down the Gyrocopter. Just because he's got Satanic, like, you need that kind of long-duration hold against him.
There's so many different heroes that they have to worry about, though, in NiP. They have to worry about the Disruptor ultimate. They have to worry about the Earthshaker coming in. And General still has so much farm.
Alright, they're going to try and get sneaky initiation here from the Secret Shop. They don't really see much, though. They're going to wait until they get close to the racks, then try and jump in. Start moving forward. YOLO Warrior, they start pinging him out. They want to go for him first. Limp comes in from the side, smoke, and it's already popped on YOLO Warrior. Who knows what that means? Invis Hero is behind him.
They're just going to take mid-racks for free.
Yeah, they're going to hold on to the left-hand side. Hanskin now forced to blink in. Limp's going to be the target. Yule Scepter himself, but Bane's already gone. And now, so too will Limp. Echo Slam? No, Glimmer Cape actually keeps him alive. Still, though, Legion Commander has nothing to do in this fight, just getting Scotty baited around constantly, while the Animage is now caught inside of the Static Storm from Aloha Dance. Limp, can he get a really good Light Strike array? 3-man. Ultimate goes out. Aloha Dance dropping.
Oh, this will be huge.
Goes laid out. Can he win this fight? Aaron trying to battle up against Silent. Pops in Satanic, and now he's healing up another Light Strike array. They need desperately to be able to get the kill on Silent. Era staying alive. He needs to be able to blink out. Limp? No, he can't do it. Yule Scepter now on him. Hanskin has no mana to be able to contribute. And even the Animage is forced to blink himself back. Hanskin backing away. Silent's going to be able to get this kill. Scythe of Ice now, and the Animage healing himself up. He's got a heart. It's him against the world. Sonic Wave. Oh, it brought him down to 150 HP. But I'm sure with these two heroes still being very healthy, and now an Earthshaker behind them, they should be able to finish up this Rax. Oh no, there's a buyback now on Limp. I think that was Tickle that gave it to him. So 2 versus 3.
General's got his Hex completed too. And everybody from Empire's got so much money to work with. You've got Boots of Travels on everybody. Your Queen of Pain can afford some too. They have to defend this though, because Mega Creeps just isn't really feasible for them.
They have to stop the missile too. That's a crazy thing. Ultimate goes down. It's going to hit Limp. Light Strike array. Silent still has the Satanic, so if they don't finish him up here, they get a lucky bash. Can they get more, though? Silent with the Butterfly, so hard to hit. Now the Scythe of Ice onto Era. He blinks in. It's all in against Silent. He blows him up with the ultimate, but Limp is low. More staff over. YOLO Wire needs to be able to get out of here. Oh, but another bash, and now a duel. No, Lincoln's actually protects him from that one, so no free damage. It's still just a ranged Rax left, though.
Oh, they're looking for Silent, though, but he's actually just going to pop his... he could pop his Flutter and get away, but he did commit a buyback for that. And more importantly, Era finally has his Abyssal Blade completed, and in 2 minutes he's going to have a buyback of his own. So things are actually, as weird as it sounds, looking okay-ish for NiP. Like,
they just have to kill the Gyrocopter, right?
If they kill the Gyro and Era's alive, they probably win the game on that.
All in, go throne.
Yeah, but it's going to be tough to bring him down in the first place. Like, remember how much they just had to commit right now? That was like a 15-minute fight. And technically, Era had 2 lives since he survived with the 100, and he heals up and comes back in. It takes a full commitment for them to be able to win these engagements.
And now there's a Moon Shard for the Gyrocopter.
I keep forgetting that item exists. I think a lot of people do.
Oh, I forget about it constantly. Plus the Boots of Travel upgrade. So it's like, oh, he's 6-slotted, that's it, it's all done. But then there's like, okay, Moon Shard, you can still get the upgraded boots.
You got Vlad's completed, your Disruptor now too, to help out your Gyrocopter. And he just has so much damage and so much
Where's the vision? Do they have any gem? Doesn't look like it. They're desperately looking for a pickoff here, but Seal Kid's in an awkward position. They missed the Light Strike array. Jonas Afon's actually going for Aloha Dance. They have the Glimmer Cape, but it still has a countervision to be able to see him.
Looking
now
for Silent.
Oh, they're going to be able to get the Abyssal Blade. They need to lock him down. They've got the goal. There goes the Gyrocopter down for 2 minutes. And Apathy, well, they're going to go for Mega Creeps. General's actually going to be able to pick this one up. Seal Kid, they have to go all in. It's 2 minutes down. There's no buybacks on the Earth. The the Gyrocopter, the Ogre Magi, or the Disruptor. I can't believe this.
I actually think Era just saves the base for as long as he can, grabs Boots of Travel, and then they just all in for it. Like, he has enough gold for a buyback. He's just going to hold the base for as long as he can, just in case. And then they just
full
all
tier
in for it.
4s up. They could very easily, like, he can Boots of Travel now, and I think the tier 4s would last long enough for them to go throne.
And
quite easily.
It's got to be soon as all the items are filtering in. General from behind is going to come in, but he's just trying to create time.
Yeah, weaken him up a little bit. But Era, who's on the front line, Scythe of Ice, Shadow Strike to slow him down, but Era knows what he's here for. Press the attack. There goes the Glyph. 14 seconds till the Disruptors back up.
Just
That'll be
ignoring
some
General.
additional control. Yeah, the sleep is there.
They don't even
Finally
care.
wakes back up, but they keep on going. One tier 4 down. Now another one. General Echo Slam comes in. He's going for Hanskin first and will almost be able to push him down. Hanskin gets away. Glimmer Cave. Sleep wakes himself up and will be able to get out. There goes the Queen of Pain. Gets blown up, but already to buy back down. 4,000 HP on the throne. Can they actually take this one up in time? Era and Unisapon split on opposite sides of the throne. They've already brought down to half HP. The Era, they're desperately trying to pick up this kill. Will also take out Lip at the side, but Unisapon swipe. Can he get the last one in?
One more hit.
No!
39.
40 HP. They need anything. One hit. Animage. He has to go in for this.
Oh my
The backdoor
God.
protection is up. They have to go all in for this throw, but they have Mega Creeps all over their base now. Oh no, Ninjas and Pyjamas.
The lane's pushing in too. It was 42 health. That's all it took for the game to be over.
It's beginning to regen up in Ninjas and Pyjamas. How are they possibly going to find their opening in?
I don't actually think this is really doable anymore.
Yeah, without Boots of Travel, like, Era, he needs upgraded Boots of Travel and to be able to TP onto Jonas and Fawn.
I think that's what he's going for. He's going to sell his AC. He's going to go for this. He's got one. He's going to sell the Battle Fury too. But Jonas is actually going to get caught before that point.
No, Jonas and Fawn is stopped in his tracks. Animage is desperately going for it anyway. He's going to try and blink forward, but the throne is already under attack. Go, Animage, go. He's going for the throne, but Aloha Dance. He's trying to stop him as best he can.
They're going for it. One more hit.
The throne. No! 8 HP! 8 HP is all that's left as the dire throne explodes first. Unbelievable. The closest game that has got to happen in the history of Dota. Unbelievable.
I actually thought the screen was going to go the other way.
I thought so too.
They had it. They actually had it. It had like 4
Oh my
health left.
God.